Hello, everyone. I'm Sam, and you're listening to Sam's podcast. So, it's been over a month since I last released a new episode for my podcast. Honestly, there's no excuse I can really make. It's just that lately, I've had different priorities, different choices, and I truly hope you can understand. But today, as I return, I want to confess to you what I've been doing. Ultimately, it's not that I didn't have time for the podcast. It's just that at this moment, I have other priorities, other choices. And somewhere in our daily lives, it's the same for all of us. We often say, "Oh, I'm too busy to do something." We don't have time to love ourselves, to exercise, to learn a new language, to read books. But in the end, is that just a sweet excuse? Today, I want to talk to you more about this. For a whole month, I didn't record a single podcast episode. It wasn't that I didn't have time for it, but rather that I dedicated my time to other things that I considered more important during that period. I traveled to many places. I wanted to experience more, meet more people, visit new horizons to gain new inspiration. At the same time, I also spent time finalizing a project for the end of the year, which is the launch of my first line of notebooks. So, almost the entire month of August was dedicated to thorough preparation. And I think we can have it all, but not all at once. So sometimes, we have to choose what's most important in a specific period of our lives. There are times when we refuse to do anything, when we just want to rest, to enjoy ourselves. Have you ever felt that way? Even though you desperately want to improve, want more things, want to complete yourself, we always have excuses for it. It might be I don't have time to exercise, even though it only takes about 30 minutes to an hour each day. I remember a while ago, when I shared a day in my life video, I talked about waking up early, exercising, reading, and preparing breakfast. Some of you commented, "I work in an office and I don't have as much time as you do. I wake up and immediately have to go to work." But I think even if I were working freelance, I'd still be working. It's just that I'd wake up earlier. If I want to exercise, if I want to spend time reading, I will make time for it. If I truly want to do something, I will definitely find a way. Otherwise, we'll likely find a reason, a sweet excuse. Back when I was a student, I think I was even more diligent than I am now. Because back then, I used to wake up earlier, especially when I was about to graduate. I had my first job then, so I was extremely meticulous and prepared very carefully. Every day, I had to travel a path of about 15 kilometers to get to work, but I still wanted to make time to exercise and save money by cooking and packing my meals. That meant I had to wake up around 5:30 a.m. Now I only wake up at 6:30 a.m., you guys. Back then, I was up at 5:30 a.m., went down to the gym for about 45 minutes, then went upstairs to prepare my food and take it with me. I still believe that we can't say we don't have time. It's simply a matter of what we prioritize. There's a truth we need to accept. If someone wants to, they'll find a way. If they don't, they'll find an excuse. And sometimes, we'll find many reasons just to make ourselves feel less hurt, to avoid the truth. But the truth remains the truth. I secretly think that sometimes, it's these excuses that limit us so much in life. Have you ever felt like you knew what you wanted to do, but for many reasons, you just couldn't start? Perhaps we should take a moment to reflect. What is making us afraid? What is making us immediately look for a reason not to start? No one truly lacks the time to do something. In reality, 24 hours might seem little, but it's a lot. Because one day is 24 hours, but 2 days are 48 hours, then a week, a month, a year. Clearly, we have choices, we just don't always choose them. If you ask, how do I stop being lazy? It's your choice. Laziness is just a choice. If you choose to be lazy, what results will you get from that? When you clearly know you need to be more diligent, need to tackle this pile of homework, need to spend time researching this thesis or topic, need to study a foreign language more seriously, prepare many ideas for scholarship applications. Even networking works the same way. Sometimes you really want a partner, you want someone by your side. You truly want to open your heart to receive affection, but maybe out of fear, or because you feel it's difficult to tell someone, or simply for some reason in your head. Suddenly, you'll make an excuse like, "I'm perfectly fine on my own. I don't need anyone. I think everything is great just the way it is." When deep down in your heart, you want someone beside you. Honestly, to share this with you, I've never talked about this anywhere before because I'm actually a bit shy about it. I'm hesitant to talk about these feelings with others. Right now, I'm just here alone with you all, and I do feel lonely sometimes. But whenever anyone asks me about this, like, Do you want a boyfriend-girlfriend? Or what are your plans for marriage? I usually answer, I'm more focused on my career. I want to spend more time on myself and I feel fine being alone. But honestly, that's just an excuse, you guys. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of getting hurt again. I'm afraid that if I enter a new relationship, it won't be as good as being alone right now. Recently, I met a friend who impressed me by honestly admitting that she wants a partner, wants someone by her side, especially when everyone else around her is coupled up. She also doesn't know where she'll go or with whom this upcoming Christmas. But I, on the other hand, still make excuses and hide my true feelings. I tell myself that I'm fine, being alone is comfortable. But honestly, isn't it better when you have someone who loves you? All the other worries fade away. Unless you happen to meet a terrible person, right? So, if we keep making excuses, we'll close the door on opportunities. If I had thought about opening up more, accepting that sometimes I feel lonely and I want someone by my side, perhaps I could have met someone, created space in my heart for them to enter my life. It might lead to heartbreak, or it might lead to happiness. We don't know yet. But at least, we would have given ourselves a chance, right? But if we keep making excuses, we won't be able to fix things. We won't try new things, things we were hesitant about before, and life will just continue. Although, when we want to change, I think it's time to be less stubborn and look at ourselves more deeply. What do I truly want? What do I truly need? And perhaps I should give myself more opportunities by stopping the excuses, stopping saying I'm fine, stopping saying everything will just happen naturally like success, happiness, everything will just appear on its own. I believe that everything needs effort to be achieved, including love. A wonderful person won't just suddenly appear in front of you and do everything for you. If you don't open your heart, they won't be able to reach it. It's the same with your career. If you stay in the same position and don't work harder, don't dedicate time to improving yourself, how can you expect a higher salary or a better position? Are we just going to wait there forever and keep making excuses for ourselves? There's a sweetness to those excuses, but too much sweetness can be deadly, my friends. Those sweet excuses might make you comfortable for a short time. You'll go along with your desires. But in the long run, when you look back and see that nothing has changed, that you're still the same, perhaps it's time to start changing, instead of continuing to savor those sweet excuses. Clearly, sometimes it's okay to be a little vulnerable, to be honest with your feelings. What do I need right now? What do I want? And then do it. Make a list of things you need to do to get closer to what you want. If you want to gain more knowledge, become wiser, more intelligent, or meet more talented people, perhaps don't try to connect by flattering or being fake. Instead, start right away by reading books and learning new life skills. Don't claim you don't have time to do that, while you yearn to become smarter and more brilliant in a certain field. Many people think others succeed because they're beautiful or because their family is already wealthy, but you'll never see their individual struggles and efforts. Sometimes, you might think, I was born with nothing, I'm not as good as anyone else, so how can I succeed? That's also a typical excuse I often hear. Many of you who watch my YouTube channel still think I grew up in a very wealthy and privileged family, and that's why I have a mindset of giving back more often. But that's not true, everyone. Over time, as we mature, as we accumulate more for ourselves, we change. It's not what we have right now that determines everything. It's what you choose to do right now, what you're going to do next for your life. It's not about what you think, not about how you make excuses, but what you actually do for your life. That's what truly matters. Horoscopes, numerology, or anything related to fortune-telling, people can tell you good or bad things, but everything can change completely depending on how you live your life, depending on what you do every day. You might give reasons like, my fate isn't good, so no matter how hard I try, things won't get better. Or, my destiny is to struggle in relationships, so no matter what, I'll always be heartbroken. Instead of that, why don't we change our mindset to believe that we can completely change? We can become a better version of ourselves. Often, we make strange mistakes in relationships that we don't even realize. Why are we always heartbroken over someone? There must be a reason. Have you tried looking back at it? We often blame past circumstances a lot. Because I was so hurt, you have to be the one to heal those wounds, you have to pull me up and help me get through that time. But the truth is, we have to save ourselves, everyone. I also used to blame the past a lot, believing that past hurts determined my present and future. But in reality, it's not. Everything I'm doing now, what I do currently, and what I will do every day, that's what determines my life. No matter how the past has unfolded, I believe we'll always have a chance to start over, as long as we don't fall into the trap of those sweet excuses. Looking back, I feel I grew the most when I saw my own mistakes in the most raw and honest way. There were too many things I was hiding from others is one thing, but I wasn't even honest with myself. So, I truly hope this is a time for you to reflect a bit, be more honest with yourselves, and genuinely let go of the excuses you're holding onto in life, so that you can become better, more capable, and happier. Because everything is in your hands, and you are the one who decides. Circumstances are only a part of it. The past is just a very small part. Horoscopes or fortune-telling are even less important. Everything is in your hands, and you can be the one to change everything. So today, ask yourself, what are you doing for your life? What will you do next? How will you start a new life? Will you continue those days of scrolling through your phone sadly, staying up late, feeling tired, waiting for an ex to return? Or will you devote yourself to caring for yourself more, start opening up to new relationships, read books to gain more knowledge, start sleeping earlier because you care about your own health? In reality, life goals sometimes feel distant simply because you haven't started yet. Overcoming those sweet excuses is a crucial step for you to begin a new journey. So, these have been some very heartfelt sharings from me. I don't know if they were a bit rambling or if they really resonated with your current thoughts. But because I myself have also made many excuses, and when I overcame those things, admitted my mistakes, realized I wasn't good enough and needed to change, that's when I truly started to change and become better. If we keep cocooning ourselves in that sweet shell, perhaps we've stopped giving ourselves opportunities for new experiences in life. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. I hope you found your own answers. See you in the next episode. Good night, everyone.